If you look at every castle in this land, proper ones, if you look around it, they'll have a gully. It's like a bit like a canal, like a river around the castle. It's filled with water now, but back then it was just a gully. Why? So when people were coming, they'd end up down, and then you could get them from coming into the castle, like a protective layer. Now, if you think of King Charles, and then his gully is Parliament. So when people are trying to get to King Charles, they're ending up in this gully, which is number 10 Downing Street. So that's the buffer. So now, instead of you getting to the castle walls, you're getting 15 miles away, 20 miles away, which is Parliament. Everyone's going to Downing Street to protest when you should be going to Windsor Castle. That's the point I'm making. If you go to his home, he will listen. If you go to his little puppets, they will listen. That's how it works. If that business has just fucked your house up, do you go to the employee or the owner of the business? It's common sense, isn't it? If you fucking put your mind to it, it's straight up. If you had 80,000 men at the doorstep on Windsor Castle, you would be listened to overnight. Overnight you'd be listened to. While you're going to Parliament, you're not getting listened to. It's designed for you. It's designed to take the heat off shit. It's designed to keep it away from this. You know, when you go to a police station and you go in and you've got the desk with a copper sat behind it, that's what Starmer's doing. It's exactly what Starmer's doing. He's like an inquiry desk. Honest. He's just got responsibilities more than most, but nothing different from him. They're all puppets. Yes, Jan, they're all puppets. This is what I'm trying to say to you. So basically, you remember years ago when you used to go on a beach and you'd have Punch and Judy, didn't you? So you'd have us, the audience, wouldn't you? You'd have us looking at it. Then you'd have the pantomime going on with the puppets. And the puppets would be sat on some man's hand, wouldn't he? And then behind them puppets, you'd have the man hidden under a cloak so you couldn't see him, moving the puppets about. And that's exactly how it is. We're the audience. They're the puppets, and behind them you've got a man with a big blanket over him controlling it all. It's exactly the same. You need to wake the fuck up. Anyone can do what they're doing. Why? Look at Starmer. What does Starmer do when he gets put on the stage? Gets given a script. Anyone can do that. Put a suit on, go on there, say these words, good boy, move. Need you again, go on stage, say these words, good boy, move. It's what it is. And they're sitting there with teams, and then they'll say to like fucking, we need you on the news channel today speaking about that, we need you over there on that speaking about that, we need you on this question time speaking about this. They're all getting told what to do. It's fucking mad. Don't get caught up in it. Why? Because they're using politics as the biggest distraction. Politics is the biggest distraction right now, isn't it? Every protest, what you're witnessing now, unless it's to do, even when it's to do with the immigrants and all this shit, it's all political. It's all politics. You're not arguing about the fucking food in your fridge. You're not arguing about community centres. You're not arguing about bins getting collected. You're not arguing about fucking this. You're arguing about international politics. International politics. You're all lost in it. It's weird. I was the same though. I've been for years. But not lost in it. That makes sense. Like, I've been watching PMQs since I was fucking 18. No Prime Minister's questions. 12:30 every fucking Wednesday. It's been like that since it's kicked in on the telly. You weren't even on the telly that shit years ago. This shit you never seen on the telly. Politics. You never seen what's going on in Parliament. You never seen all this bullshit. There's a reason why they're giving you access to it. But let me just get back to that question. How long has Labour been in power in Liverpool?
Conservatives say families are paying for economic mismanagement after inflation hit its highest level since January. The official figure released this morning has largely been driven by summer demand for airfares and increasing costs of living. Let's take you through the facts as they currently stand. While the Office for National Statistics data.
It's been a local authority since 1207. The Labour Party. 1207. Can't be right there. 2018, Labour keeps control in Merseyside. We've only got one decent MP really, and she's a woman from the South End. I think she's an MP for Riverside. Woman from the top Ends. She's the only one that speaks fucking sense and really voices her opinion. I don't know whether she's Labour or not, or what. She shouldn't be. She needs to be independent, mate. This is what you need in Liverpool. You need independent local MPs. While you can. You need to do that while you can, basically. Because if you don't now, another 10, 20 years, a Muslim brother will, and he'll get the local votes, independent votes, then he'll become the mayor. And this is what's happening if you want certain people to be in power in your areas, well then you need to do what you've got to be fucking doing. Put your vote in and get your local kid in. Not your local gangster, not your get that decent kid. You've probably got some in your area already that are trying to forge a way in this life and they're just getting fucked off because they're not part of the main political parties. So you've got no faith in them. But I'd rather have a faith in a 20-year-old Scouser than a 40-year-old prick from fucking London. I'm telling you. I'd rather have a 19-year-old local independent MP, Liverpool-born fucking lad, than that MP in West Derby. Honest to God, you need to understand where I'm coming from. If you want Liverpool to remain Liverpool, you need Scousers controlling it. I don't mean giving permission to run it, like Joe Anderson and all these dickheads by governments. Do you know before them cunts done what they done to Liverpool, we was the most successful fucking city in the world at one point. You see, our dock before these cunts kicked in was working full capacity, non-stop. Thousands of men in our city worked on the docks. Why? Because you had ships and ships and ships coming from all over the world into Liverpool. What's to open Southampton docks and shut Liverpool docks and took all that traffic from America and all that shit straight down London ways. Fuck the north of the country up. Fact. Do you know Liverpool City in this country had its own banking system, had its own currency? It's how powerful Liverpool was before they got the fucking hands on it. You understand what I'm saying to you? King Charles, you know the ferry? You know when you get on the ferry and have a little spin across the Mersey? You see that landing platform that you step on to get on that thing? Liverpool Council have got to pay King Charles millions of pounds for that square footage of land because it's his. So every year, and loads of more places in Liverpool are paying every year King Charles millions of pounds for land that's in Liverpool that he owns. Fact that, you know, I'm not chatting shit. And he's got that in every city. He's got land, he's got mad things in every city worth millions, and he gets paid off your council just to let people stand on it. Mad, innit? And then he sits there in that Windsor Castle, letting our lives get destroyed, not giving a fuck. It's gotta stop, mate. It's just gotta fucking stop, and you're not gonna do it through politics like that. You know? You're fucking not, mate. What they're doing, they're gonna carry on. Politics is a buffer zone. Doesn't matter what they've got intent on doing, they're gonna do it. The only way it stops, if Humpty Dumpty falls off his fucking wall. Ignore the trolls, people. They are what they are. When you've got psychopaths and woman beaters targeting you together, you've got to understand the trolling's going to be horrendous. So when you've got Psycho Amy fucked on meds, fucked on coke every day, dry lining, twisted, hating me because I reminded of Billy, what it'll be. Don't think she's not there with a little trolling. She's always done it. It's like English. English is the same. And that's why they can all communicate with each other and sit there and speak like they're all friendly. They're all the same mindset. If they're not men beaters, they're women beaters. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the same mindset. That girl who started sniffing coke and taking steroids because she wants a fit body, because this is what they're all doing. When you see that bird with a square jaw, yeah, she's been on steroids, mate. She has. You got loads of birds going to these CrossFit gyms taking steroids. Loads and loads of them. Because it strips the fat off them and stuff. But it gives them a fucking man jaw. When you see girls who look athletic and they've got man jaws, they've been on steroids. Honest. There's loads of girls taking them. Loads. They get encouraged to by dickhead men as well.
In their community, or whether it will be detention centres. That's something the government has to work out. They also haven't said whether they will appeal this.
Today, I'm going to focus on the Elias Morgan trial.
These court orders and have been looking into.
It's getting to the nitty gritty now. I think Clary's evidence will be finished today. I think we'll go into the summons up with the prosecution tomorrow. Then the defence on Friday. Then the jury will get sent home, come back Monday, the judge will give his summons up, and Tuesday the jury will be out. It won't take them long. The only thing they'll be deciding now in that trial is if Clary's telling the truth. Do you want me to read some of the case? Show you how scatty it's fucking gone. So what Liverpool Echo does with such high profile murder trials, it does a live running. So I'll give you a constant update of what's getting said in the courts. So here it is. Lenny Scott murder trial update as alleged gunman co-accused begins evidence. Let's get on it. Hang on, there's some more stories here, let's see. I'm seeing too many historical buildings being burned to the ground on purpose. Plan and permission most of the time. To put apartments in there and shit. Don't give a fuck really. And money grabbing rats. They'll burn it, leave it there for years, they'll try and buy it. So look, here's what it's saying. So today, proceedings adjourned till 11:30 AM. Let's see what's being said before. And defendant are in the dock, that's at 10:30. 10:13, courtroom started to fill up. 9:45, welcome back to our coverage. So this is yesterday's. So listen, I'll just give you a paragraph of what is, of what Thingy's code is. Just this one thing. This is Elias Morgan's co-accused in the dock in front of everyone. This is what he's saying. And what the jury are going to have to work out is whether it's true or lies. Morgan's counsel calls Clary simply gutless. So this is it now. You've got Morgan's defence team cross-examining his cold D now and giving him shit, making him look volatile and wrong towards Elias. So it's off now. There's definitely a conviction. It's just a matter of who gets it. Will the two of them get it? This is one of them situations like the Iceman. You know where his cold D switched on him. I'm just looking for this one because when I read this one I just thought, right, you're guilty lad, it's over for you, Elias. Look, Clary tells jury he feared he would come to harm by Morgan. Just cold D. Watch what he says. Clary tells jury if he spoke to police it would have had a serious impact on his life. That's why he never snitched on him earlier. I know this kid. I know his family, this Clary. Clarys, though. The Murphys, isn't it? It's like that fucking scumbag. You see them Moors? You know them Moors who tried to kill me, kill little Craig? Their families are horrendous, you know. Honest to God, mate. You just always, you don't know it's their family because they've got different surnames, but they're all inbred people, they're all like one bloodline. So you see that kid, see that young girl, I seen the content years ago, like a year ago, a young girl just getting volleyed off this little fucking rat in the street, left unconscious. Well, his name's Thomas Jennings, and Jennings is the Moors. Jennings is the Wrights, Jennings is the Keegans, Jennings is the Lows. It's all one big fanboy. They're horrendous, mate, honest to God. Anyway, hope he gets a good fucking hiding, that rat. For what he's done to that young girl, mate. Morgan called himself the Jew. Clary tells jury Elias Morgan told him he shot Lenny. That's it. It's an admission of guilt. This is how the conversation went. Mr. Fort asked the jury to turn to the sequence of events. Mr. Fort asks his client, to the best of your knowledge, who shot Lenny Scott? Clary answers Elias Morgan and says Morgan told him so. That is heavy. No one's coming back from that. That's a conviction. End of. If your Cody's in the dock and he's just switched like that, you're fucked. It's over. Should have thrown your fucking hands in. I'm telling you, mate. How mad's that? Look. So TF, what area do you live in? So TF's the prosecutor, like his defence, and AC's Anthony Clary, I think. Ed Jill, how old are you? 29. Now think about this, kid. I was saying it yesterday, right? And it's a valid point because I'm going to make it now while there's a few years listening. You've heard me screaming about jailbait, haven't you? And you're always hearing me say, stay away from fucking jailbait. Now I knew Elias, done pure jail with him. Why? Because we was jailbait. And Elias has always been jailbait. What does that mean? He's criminal. He's always got the prospect of being involved in crime and investigations and getting himself placed in prison. And if you're alongside him, you're facing the same prospects. That's why I say to you, stay away from jailbait. So this kid, this Anthony Clary, who's 29, he seems like, I know James Clary, I know Anne Clary, I know Mick Clary. You've got the Clarys that are attached to the Murphys, and then you've got the Clarys that are Irish gingers that lived on the Grisdale estate, James Clary and his dad and his mum. Now I think this might be James Clary's son. James Clary's a chef, cokehead, always round our Billy and that when him and our Billy was like mates, do you get what I'm saying? So this Clary, as far as if I'm aware of who he is, he's a decent working kid. Or he might have been involved in a little bit of crime, but he's getting his head together. He's on that path of sorting his fucking head out, getting his head together. So he's not always in jail. He's always out. But Elias has been going to jail since he was 18. Early age, in and out, in and out, in and out. So, in their friendship, which has been 15 years, for 8 or 9 of it, Elias has been in prison. And this kid's being outside, probably by himself, because he's aligned himself to Elias. So you can't mix with other lads once you align yourself to a group. If you align yourself to a group, and your group goes to jail and you don't, you're fucked. You're alone now. Probably the best thing for you, to be honest. So this kid, this Anthony Cleary, is calling him a friend, but in reality they can't be. There's too many gaps for that to be a powerful friendship. So look, if you're with someone from the age of 13 and it's uninterrupted, he's a mates, no jail, and now he's a 22 and he goes his way and you go your way. Now that friendship's a bond that'll never break. You'll see him again in 10 years, it'll be like yesterday, bang. But if you're growing up and you're friends and he's gone to jail for 3 years, well, there's no real friendship forming here. There's no bond there. No real bond. Do you understand? So now here we are. He has been mixing with jailbait Morgan. He is not the same way inclined as Morgan. I don't know whether he's been to jail, but I'm suspecting he hasn't because it's not mentioned. So you've got a hardened criminal and someone that's not. Now this someone that's not is mixing with this jailbait who's a hardened criminal. And this hardened criminal has had this kid who's not a hardened criminal in his pocket a little bit. Paying him money here, making him dependent. Want a little job, want this, want that, do. So this kid's buzzing. He's in there doing little jobs for him. He's working, don't forget. He's picking things up all over the country for some company, this kid, this Clary kid. When he's got out with his problems with this prison screw, I remember him speaking on it years ago. He's held that grudge on that screw for I don't know how, since I was in custody with him. He's always hated on a screw. So anyway, fucking, now you've got this Elias who's jailbait, in and out of jail, had an affair with a prison officer. Another officer's got onto it, blew the gaff. He's fumed off it, hasn't let it go. Went through his jail fuming off it, got out the other side fuming off it, and allegedly went to get the prison officer at the gym and killed him. He's had this young kid, this Anthony Cleary, mixing with him, doing it. Delivering cars to the scene of crime and shit like this. And it's come bang on for them now. And the nick now. And what you've got is the kid that was mixing with jailbait is now showing his true colours. Now he's showing his true colours, but it might be too late for him. Why? Because this can go wrong. He's snitching on him now, but it doesn't mean the jury's going to believe he never participated in the offence. The way I'm looking at this evidence, if he would have came across in the sense of I participated and I took the car and I put that there and I put that there, but I was shit scared of him, then he might walk. But it's like he's putting it across like, I never done nothing, but he told me he murdered him. So it looks like the two of them are going to get fucking guilty here anyway. But the point I'm trying to address is this kid would not be in this shit if he wasn't mixing with jailbait. And it's a valid fucking shout. It's a valid shout. Within that group at the bottom of your street, you've got one or two who are jailbait. They're bringing that energy to you. It won't be long before you've done something in his presence because he's done something in your presence. Do you understand what I'm saying? You'll be doing something in this group, and them two kids that are a little bit loose, a little bit fucking carrying weapons and shit, they'll do something, and you'll be right in the picture, and you will get fucked off it. Why? Because you're mixing with jail bait. It's as simple as that, lad. Look around your group, and what have you got? You're not being to jail yet, you're not being arrested yet, but there's 4 kids in your group that have bail. Don't go there, kid. Get out of there. It's only a matter of time before you've been to jail. Just a matter of time, lad. And it might just come out of nothing. You might only spend a few nights a week with them, but that one night, knobheads pull the blade out and that's it, you're all fucked. So observe who you're mixing with, and anyone that's risk, remove them. Yes, Tony. You explain stuff really well. Because it's not from a book. Well, it is on a book. I've got pure knowledge in here. But it's not the knowledge you'll get out that book. Yes, trouble. See? No. So, what you see in here, if you've been watching me for long enough, you will have heard me say multiple times, when they've got the right amount of numbers with these immigrants, then they'll shut shop. But they can't be seen to just shut the gates. Why? Because then you'll know they could have just shut the gates 2 fucking years ago and they never. So to get by that, what they'll do is have things like what's going on with this hotel now, where they've won the right, an injunction to shut the hotel. What you're going to see on the back of that is loads of hotels getting shut with the same thing. And this is the close down from the government. Don't think this is like the locals winning shit. This is the government knowing, let's let them win it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now we're coming to the end, and the gates are going to get shut soon. And this is what you're seeing now. They're doing it like a reverse type psychological thing. So when they started implementing this shit, they done it in layers. Now they've completed it, they'll remove the layers again backwards. That makes sense? So that's what you've got now. You know, there'll be a certain amount. They probably wanted something like, I don't know, 250,000 slaves. And that's what they just got. Doesn't matter where about they was in that empire. Regardless of where they're coming from, the empire. We just need 250,000 of them, get them in. They've counted them. They know where they're going. They know what numbers there are. And once they've got that number, it'll all be shut down. Got enough now, shut shop. And it'll start going the other way. We'll start pushing it back the other way. Because when you're seeing all these immigrants move around the world, it's on purpose. So look, if they want to move millions of people across this plane of land, what they'll do is start a war here, and all these good people here will start walking that way in the millions. And it won't be long before all them have done 10 miles. Now that 10 miles is empty. To keep them going, they'll set another conflict up down there, push them further. And this is how they're pushing immigrants around the world, through war. It's like we're constantly flowing and you just don't understand it. A big attack before Tommy's march, all done by the government. There you go, King. That's what I've been warning against. And it's not done by the government. It's done by Tommy Robinson. If something happens at this event, you're all going to switch on the establishment, aren't you? Not him. He knows. Yes, Richie. And this is why I'm screaming at yous. Don't take your fucking kids to a right-wing protest that's being televisionised right across the fucking world. It's risk, massive risk, especially in London, this day and age, with the militant groups that exist up and down the fucking country. He is like... You've just got to understand what he's doing, the cunt. I'm sticking with it, mate. He's an agent, him. And he's going to destabilise this country, not unite it. Alright? He's not uniting fucking nothing. He never has. Boycott September the 13th. It needs to be screamed and shouted at everyone. They need to really understand the risks. You've got loads of British people, English people that might be considering going there. Not because of the right-wing mindset. This is the point I'm making. But if you go to this event, it's classed as a right-wing event no matter how you look at it. It doesn't matter if you're black. You're still going to a right-wing event. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what all these women, considerate women who are just concerned about the kids and whatever's going on, they're going expecting it to be like, oh, the women of Britain, we're going to protect Jews. The women of Britain, don't worry, everything's going to fall into place. You're not getting none of that when you go there. It's going to be, wow, we hate these, we hate them. Let's get this Dutch fucking extremist on to scream pure hate. You don't want this shit going into the minds of your kids as they're growing up. You as an adult can see the way society's changing. You can see we are, whether you like it or fucking not, becoming more multicultural. We're becoming more diverse. You want your kids growing up with a true passion for who they are, but also understanding the cultures that exist on his fucking doorstep. If you've got your son coming out with that ideology in 10 years' time, he's getting murdered. His whole family's getting harassed. He's getting moved out. He won't be able to hold a job down. No one will like him. Why? Because that's the way the country's going. No one likes racists. And it doesn't matter if you're not racist. It's the shit that's coming out of your mouth which will make them daft bastards think it's racist. There's loads of us that know what racial discrimination is. There's loads of us that know it, but loads of us that haven't got a fucking clue. They think discrimination is racism. You know, you've got people calling Muslims like they're a race of black people or white people or Pakistani Asian people, when it's not. It's a fucking religion. You're talking about it like it's a population of people. It's not. It's a population of people who are religious to Islam. Stop trying to say a Muslim's like a black man. You've got the black lads and the Muslims. What do you mean? Sort your fucking heads out. That's what you're hearing, innit? You've got the white lads, the black lads and the Muslims. Why is that a race of fucking people, is it? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me now Muslims are all one fucking colour? Sort your heads out. Understand what the fuck you're screaming before you start screaming it. Yeah, see? A joke can be racist as well when you didn't mean it. Well, that's what happens, isn't it? You know, we move with the times. Look, you see them dirty all out of control in you now. You see the horrible rats that have had us in their pockets all our lives. They're the racist ones. We get called racist because they're our power. Does that make sense? It's them, their pompous Britishness, Englishness, that's racist. It's them that want the African slave to mow the garden. It's all them, the rich elite. They're racist. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's not us. Around the world, we're looked at like we're all racist. Why? Because of the people that control us. Do you understand what I'm saying, my people? And at the end of the day, it's all down to control. And if you're in them spaces of mind control, you are controlled. I don't give a fuck how much you think you're free. I don't give a fuck how much money you've got in your bank or what cars you've got on the finance or what business you've got. When you're in particular spaces, you are being fully controlled by your mind. Everything you believe in, everything you're fucking doing on a day-to-day basis, when you're caught up in them spaces, you are fully controlled by mind control. And this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Controlling large groups by mind control. By giving you a narrative and amplifying a narrative or de-amplifying it for you. And they can fuck with you when they want and when they don't want, depending on wherever you're getting your narrative from, that source. They'll just fuck with the source. And this is what you're witnessing now. So look, anyone can set a narrative off. So I could just start setting a narrative of that, like there's going to be a terrorist attack guaranteed in Birmingham tonight. I've heard it. Now I've started a narrative there, planted a seed in everyone's mind who's listening to me. Now if you're gullible enough, you're going to start saying, people, he's saying there's going to be an attack, he's saying there's going to be an attack. You tell him, he tells them two tell them 10. Saying with everyone you fucking speak to. So now the narrative's going. Chinese whispers spreads like wildfire. And then there you go, I've spun a narrative. All you've got to do is sit back and let yous run with it now. Just throw a little bit of salt on every so often to encourage it and like substantiate it. And that's all he's doing. That's Tommy Robinson now. Spinning narratives and letting yous run with it. And in the process, asking for your money. Now every other process in that space, listen, every other process in that space, because he's not the only one. You know, you've got extreme in, you've got extreme them. But the difference with all of them, every single group, whatever type of group it is, what they do, if they're screaming about women and children being damaged, that group over the decades it's been going, will have requested funds and would have set up a woman and children's foundation, and they would have been pumping the majority of the funds that they're getting off this into the woman and child foundation to make a difference where they're screaming about it. Now if you look at every other movement, you will have a charity or a foundation attached which is helping victims of grooming gangs, which is helping places of war, whatever it is. You'll have a foundation where people can donate, and when them donations are coming in, it's not going into the pocket of the kid, it's going into the pockets of the people they're screaming for, who they say they represent, who they say they want to protect. Tommy Robinson has done fucking nothing but lavish himself with homes, holidays and expensive fucking clothing. You haven't got no foundation for victims of grooming. You haven't got no foundation for women who are beat domestically by their husbands. You've got no sort of charity outlet where all them hundreds of thousands of people can help that young family who's in a bed sitting, they need housing but haven't got the fucking rent. He's not done none of that, but he's had the same amount of dough. So what the fuck are you doing with it? I'm paying for events, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that. Alright, so what good you get out of that? You're just recycling your money. You're putting the funds off your people into these events because you know you get a profit back on the money you're putting in. That's all you're doing it for. You're running it like it's a fezzy. That's what he's doing. He's running these events now like the festivals. He's making major dough off it now. And as the people that follow him, they're not brainwashed. You've got a lot of people going, oh, he's got loads of people that are brainwashed. They're not brainwashed. They've got real concerns. And they're going and voicing their concerns, which aren't racial, which aren't about this. They're just concerned, and the owner who's put himself on the pedestal, who's put himself purposely with the help of whoever, media and all this shit. That's why he's on that pedestal, because the media put him there. The government put him there, not us. All of yous didn't wake up one day and go, Tommy Robinson, you represent me. Did you fuck? The media have put him there. The government put him there. The only reason he's on that stage is because the government have put him there. Nothing else. And now you've got... Just be careful if you're going. That's all I'm saying. Me, I encourage you to boycott it. I've put a video out there saying boycott September the 13th. I'm convinced if there's going to be a terror attack, if there's going to be one incident that's going to ruin this fucking country, it's going to be him and that event. It's classed as a right-wing event in the media. It doesn't matter how they're going to try and spin it close up to the days. For months they've been calling it what it is. Most of the speakers that he is being allowed to attend this event, go back a year, they wouldn't even be able to get in the country. They wouldn't be allowed in the country to speak. They're considered like an Islamist from the Middle East who's promoting terrorism. They can't get in the country. Here we are a year later. They're all able to come in and speak on a stage in London. It's all iffy to me. It's just all, you know, if you do a risk assessment and you look at all the risks, that event shouldn't be going on. And encouraging kids to come and families, wow. Wow. Look, like, you just witnessed 50,000 immigrants coming in the last year under Labour. They're coming from these countries where the families are being obliterated by UK bombs. You know, when people see you smiling in the faces, it makes them very fucking angry. He knows this, lad. They all know this. So now they want you all here enjoying this big celebration while you've got a hateful fucking preacher on the stage screaming mad shit. This is just doesn't make sense to me. It's like they're putting the targets in place, putting the instigators and the provokers on stage, and then saying to the enemy, what more do you fucking need? You've got the audience, you've got the target, you've got the event to get what you want. Why aren't you taking it? Because I tell you what, if I was in that way of mind, if I was that way inclined, that would be the event for me. If the IRA was still active, that would be the event for them. So what makes you think that's not the event for Hamas, Boko Haram, Taliban, and the rest? Hezbollah, they all exist here. They all live in here under British citizenship. You could have Starmer and his cronies get one of these militant kids that he's brought over 2 years ago and go down there and do that with that Scorpio sound. You got to understand who half of these fucking people are. The traitors. They turned on their own government and toppled their own government for our government, and that's why they've been given safe havens. Loads and loads of them. Most of these Afghanistans have toppled the government in Afghanistan and then came here. Honest to God, loads of them. That's what this country is. It's like a haven for terrorism. You know when you've got the powerfulest men in the world, supposedly, Trump, you know when they're telling you, listen to this, you know where they're sitting there on stages, bigging each other up like they're all friendly and everything's fucking great. You know what that felt like to me when Trump was doing that meeting with these European leaders on a bench? You know what it felt like to me? Like he was exposing the people that tried to kill him. That's what it felt like. So you know when you've got Starmer and all these fucking politicians licking the arse off him, it's like he was putting them out. You know, like putting them on a little public stage there for a minute. There's something coming off all this, you know. And when they're saying the United Kingdom is probably the first country in the West to become Islamic and have nuclear power, you've got to understand the mindset in these fucking strategists and tacticians up there. They cannot let Britain, which is a nuclear power, become Islamic. Can't have it. And if they've got to take us out, they will. It's as simple as that. Are you for real? That's what happens, mate. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. They've already said it, that JD Vance and that Trump said it months ago. They're really concerned about the United Kingdom becoming the first Islamic country to have nuclear power in the West. And when they're saying that last year and reiterating it in the last few months, you've got to understand, fuck all this pantomime shit where they're shaking hands and bigging each other up. If people don't do what they're fucking told, it's going to go off. Why? Because they can't have the safety of America at risk due to the United Kingdom. They'll either come in and take power or just obliterate us. I can see them coming in and taking power. I can see Trump and Trump's firm now in this country working on getting their people into government and securing power.